Hello, everybody. I'm Paul,
I'm Joe.
and tonight we're doing something a little bit different. Another one of Joe's favorite lists, right?
Yeah.
So, in the past, we've done the Beatles,
Yep.
and we've done a whole bunch of Masked Singer costumes. I don't know if we've ever done performances.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did by performance.
We did a performance one time, but
No, we did
yeah,
yes.
but you can check. We'll put those links on the top up there, so
Yeah.
you can find those old videos or at least the playlist for our
Yeah.
Masked Singer costumes. We have a whole bunch of those.
Yeah.
But tonight we're going to talk about Looney Tunes. And so, hey, I grew up with watching Looney Tunes cartoons, Joe. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my favorites. You sure have your favorites. And I'm sure everybody else watching this has their favorites too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do your top 25 favorite Looney Tunes cartoons.
Yep.
Right? Good. Um, how do we get into this? So this year for at school that they have to do a wax museum project, and this year Joe chose Chuck Jones as his wax museum project.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose Chuck Jones?
Because I like Looney Tunes.
Because you like Looney Tunes. Yeah. Okay. So you learned a lot about Chuck Jones. What would be something interesting you could tell everybody about Chuck Jones that they might not know? Interesting, not when he was born or anything like that. That's not interesting. So
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Um, so he directed a lot of Looney Tunes cartoons.
Yeah.
How many did he direct? You know,
Over 300.
300 Looney Tunes cartoons he directed.
Yeah.
What was his first one?
The Night Watchman. It was 1938.
1938, The Night Watchman. Um, in your Wax Museum project, you can see you're holding Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Chuck Jones invented Pepe Le Pew. Is that right? He created him. So he ended up writing a lot of cartoons as well.
Yeah.
He did. Okay. I see. Notice I like your on your poster board here. You've got, you got Sylvester and Tweety that you brought along.
But he didn't make those.
He didn't make those. He also didn't make up Bugs Bunny, of course, right?
Yeah. Or Daffy Duck.
Or Daffy Duck. But what other ones did he do? And did he have any other ones that are specifically him? Michigan J. Frog, is that Chuck Jones guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Roadrunner and Coyote.
Oh, he came up with Coyote and Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So you learned a lot about Chuck Jones doing this, and so this got you into watching a lot of cartoons, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So at one point, Joe sent me a list of nominations. 81 you sent me. 81. And then you sent me another one at the end for 82. But where'd you come up with this list of nominees?
So I took them off of 2 DVDs, the Looney Tunes Golden Edition Volume 1, and the 50 of the best Warner Bros. Cartoons DVD. Okay. I didn't use all, I used all of them from the 50, so there's 50 in that one, and I took 30. One or the other one? Yes, 32 out of those DVDs. I didn't use all of those because I don't remember some of them.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a while since I did that.
But I think, I think the problem is that there's so many like Roadrunner cartoons, but they're all very similar, right? And
so I only put 2 Roadrunner cartoons in that.
Two specific Roadrunner cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Operation Rabbit in here, which is a Wile E. Coyote and Bugs Bunny, right? And so, I said at that point, and the same thing with like Speedy Gonzales. I think they're once you get to there, they're all very similar. Okay,
Yeah, you gotta.
He's the fastest mouse in all Mexico, and I know Speedy Gonzales because he's friends with my sister, and Speedy Gonzales is friends with everybody's sister, right?
Yeah.
The same jokes in all the Speedy Gonzales cartoons, I think. So I don't think we need a whole bunch of them in that regard.
Now, so I can only think of 2 Speedy Gonzales.
Right. Because
I don't know of any other ones, really.
And I'd say the same thing for Pepe Le Pew, right?
Yeah, same thing.
The plot is the same on all the Pepe Le Pew.
Except for Wild Over You, that one's a little different.
Wild Over You is a Pepe Le Pew?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that. That's among our nominees.
That's a little different.
Okay, yeah, all right, I get you. and Sentimental Reasons.
That's also
For Sentimental Reasons is another Pepe Le Pew, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So okay. Most of these in here, I think you'd recognize. There might be some that
there
you
probably
might.
probably some you don't.
There might be some you don't.
Like
I'm gonna.
even some. There'll probably be pretty old ones if you don't recognize.
Well, everybody knows all the old ones. It's not necessarily.
Like no, I'm talking really old.
I know, but that's not it.
Sure,
But
yeah, true.
there are just some off the wall ones. That, I'll tell you right now. The Dover Boys at Pimento University is not something that was regularly played.
Yep.
On Saturday morning cartoons, right?
Yeah, I only saw it like a couple months ago.
Yeah, no, that was on one of the 50th anniversary.
The 50th, yeah, the 50th.
Yeah, and so that's on the nominees and things like that. And so, but then again, some of those really favorite ones that you would have, Rabbit Seasoning, Rabbit Fire, those are ones that
classics.
The classics that you would recognize. What's Opera Doc, Rabbit of Seville. These are all very classic ones, and sure enough, they're on the list of nominees. All right. So you ready to start with this? And so we're going to do the top 25. You got any honorable mentions that almost made the top 25?
So honorable mentions. What was it? Not Canary Row.
Canary Row. Okay, that's a Tweety, right?
Yeah, a Ham and a Roll, which is the Goofy Gophers.
Okay.
And there was Nighty Night Bugs.
Nighty Night Bugs.
That's Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam.
Right. Okay, and that's the one with the when Yosemite Sam with
the black knight in his fire breathing dragon.
Fire breathing
dragon.
Dragons are the stupidest animals, right? That's the line in there. That's that one. Okay. All right. So those are the honorable mentions.
Yeah, the 3 honorable mentions.
All right. So let's get to the top 25. And so
let's start with 25. Rabbit Hood.
Rabbit Hood. Why, sirloin of beef?
Yes.
24. So just to make Joe and I don't always agree on all of these things. I think Rabbit Seasoning. If I were to do this list, Rabbit Seasoning would probably be my number one, right?
Yeah.
Should I shoot him now or wait till I get home? Shoot me now. Shoot me now. He doesn't have to shoot. Shoot him now. Shoot him now. He doesn't have to shoot you now. He does so have to shoot me now. So shoot me. We were talking about that the other night, and Mom's like, pronoun trouble, huh? It's a great one. So Rabbit Seasoning is one where I would definitely put that at very near the top, if not my number one. But hey, you made it in your top 25, and so that's actually really good in that respect. Hair is Marvin Martian. I didn't realize that.
That is the very first Marvin the Martian cartoon ever made.
That's the very first Marvin Martian cartoon.
It's very old. It's so old. The fact that his voice is even a lot different.
Is that right?
Yeah, his voice is very different.
I think the thing I like about Marvin the Martian cartoons is these came out long before space travel was actually even done. Right? Yeah. These were back in the 1940s or 50s.
This is before. This is 1948.
1948, and so this is before space travel was even started, and so there's all this discussion of it. So that's a really, really interesting thing in that regard. Duck and Muck, I remember you talking about Duck and Muck because that's a Chuck Jones one.
Yeah,
right?
that's very famous.
That's a very famous Chuck Jones. That's a
unique cartoon.
Yes, it is.
And it's on way.
That's
what makes it such a good cartoon.
Daffy Duck, but ultimately it's Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny because we're revealed at the end that Bugs Bunny is the artist for this, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Baton Bunny, or as
we always called it, even when I was younger, Baton Bunny.
Baton Bunny is what it is, and this is
one of the 3 musical Bugs Bunny cartoons.
A very good, very good classical music one though, right, and everything like that. The one I remember about Baton Bunny or Baton Bunny is when he's chasing the fly, right? And like tapping at the fly and doing that.
Yes.
So there's that one. Okay, so that's 25 through 21. So let's go 20 through 16 through 20. Rabbit Skin. How many lumps do you want? Oh, 3 or 4. Right, that's Rabbit Skin.
That's what made it so high. That's a great.
But that is something that you're going to end up saying that all the time. Oh, 3 or 4. So that's a really good one. Tweety's SOS. So first time we see Tweety on the countdown now.
Yep. Yeah. And probably one of them.
Might be the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, but it's pretty. There's nothing much to say.
Yeah, no, that's right. This is Tweety and Sylvester on a ship,
Yes.
right? On a cruise ship, all right?
Yeah.
Tortoise wins by hair. There's a couple of these types of ones where tortoise and the hair
I
thing.
know. You're not going to see a lot of Robert Clampett cartoons on this list. Most of his are really bad, in my opinion, but there's probably about 2.
Okay, so this is a Robert Clampett directed.
Clampett one. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Opinion.
Do Re Meow. I guess I don't even know much about that.
Yeah, that's probably the second most underrated cartoon. It's actually it's directed by Arthur Davis. He was a he was an artist for Warner Bros. I think this is his only cartoon he ever directed, and it was actually a really good cartoon. It's very different.
Yeah, I don't even know what's the
plot. Concept is the rooster. So his owner died, and he left $1 million to his cat. But if the cat disappears or goes missing, the money goes to him.
Goes to the bird.
So he's trying to get rid of the cat so he can have the money.
I see. Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Now, Birds Anonymous, I know. This is the one where he's like, I was a 3-bird-a-day pussycat until B.A. helped me. Right. So. Yes. That's another Tweety one, right?
Yeah, that's probably the last Tweety one.
That's Tweety, but Tweety's a minor character in this one. This is much more Sylvester in that regard, and some of the other cats. That's exactly right. Operation Rabbit. Oh, again, another one of mine that would be very near the top, right? Mm-hmm. Just because I don't know how much better you can get than Wile E. Coyote, super genius. I like the way that rolls out. I said it's one of those. I had a friend who actually had I knew a guy in high school who made up business cards, and he actually said Wile E. Coyote, super genius on the business cards, and he would hand them out just because that's so good. A Pest in the House. That's the hotel, right?
It's funny. It's
yeah,
unique.
I wasn't sure what that meant. Yeah, but that's it. I know the cartoon. I didn't know the name of it, but that's Baseball Bugs, of course. Bugs plays all.
That's awesome. That's
all 9 positions, right?
Yes. And
I still remember it's 1, 2, 3. He throws a super slow pitch and he strikes out 3 guys because they swing forward, backward, and forward, and that's 1, 2, 3 strikes, and you're out. And he did that for 3 guys in a row, right? That's Bugs and Fox. Actually, another one of those great ones.
The beginning's kind of rough in it, but when they get to the house, that's really good. That's great.
Would I turn on the gas if my friend Bugsy was in there? You might, Rabbit. You might. That's so memorable. Devil May Hair, Tasmanian Devil.
The first Tasmanian Devil cartoon. So
is that right?
You got to put it up high.
Yeah, no,
and that's also a good cartoon.
Yeah, no, a lot of Tasmanian Devil cartoons are really good. Mm-hmm. This is one. Flattery will get you nowhere. That's where he's actually. That's that scene right there, right? Where he's telling them. Yeah. All right, so here's the top 10. Canned Food.
Yes.
So the owner's left home.
Yep.
And there's only one can opener.
Yes.
So they're fighting over it.
Yep. Well, he's trying to. He has enough tuna, but he can't get it open without the can opener. And the mouse took the can opener.
Right.
And he's trying to get the can opener back.
So this is probably the highest Sylvester?
Probably.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Okay.
It's just amusing to watch him trying.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's what it comes down to. The Gophers.
Lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks. Yeah.
This is the. Why do you snore loud?
Yeah. So this is interesting because you're going to see this a lot on Joe's list here. That it's not dominated by one given character or anything like that. If I was doing it, you would see a lot of Bugs Bunny at the top.
Yeah.
In the top 10, things like that. Joe's list is a lot more diverse than that. It's really interesting, the ones he came up with. The Lumberjacks with the Goofy Gophers, right?
Yeah.
Number 8. You remember number 8?
No. From 8
is Ralph. Oh,
It's
always.
a different cartoon from what you're usually used to.
It. You don't have the animal characters or anything like that. It's just Ralph and his imagination, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a great crossover one cartoon. It's a Roadrunner cartoon, but Ralph is in it. Have you ever seen that one? Where Ralph is watching TV,
Yeah.
and there's that Acme Acme Batman commercial, and then because you'll know this one, at least you'll know that I quote it all the time, is the commercial is over, and he says that was a very good commercial, and Ralph says, yeah, sometimes I like to think I'm the road runner. Beep beep zip bang, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And his friend's like, that's a bad habit. What's a bad habit? Daydreaming. So that's a great crossover. Actually, we should maybe, if it were me, that would actually end up higher on the list because it's so great because it's Roadrunner and that. But Ralph is such a great character. I absolutely love the creativity. Who directs this? Is this a Chuck?
Yeah, that's a Chuck Johnson.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Dover Boy.
The Dover Boys at Pimento University. I said
this is one of the most underrated cartoons.
Joe likes this one a lot. I said the reason I like it is because they talk about Purdue University in it, right? They mention Purdue along with Yale. Yale and Purdue are the other things they mention in this one. It's hard to explain this one. I think it's one that you just have to watch.
Yeah,
do you think you could find that online? We'll see that on YouTube or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
So, Dover Boys at Pimento University, one Joe really likes, and it's a cute cartoon. Yeah, it is. Number 6.
Don't give it.
Don't give up the sheep. Any of these with the sheepdog with
Ruff and
with that. These are all really funny.
Yes, those are great.
Yeah, and so it's a joke Mom and I always do with the sheepdog. He's got the hair over his eyes and he lifts up some hair like that.
Yes.
And so when you had your hair long, man, that was what we always did with you, right? You'd lift up your hair so you could see. Now you know the top 5, right?
Yes, I do.
Number 5 is
the Rabbit of Seville.
Rabbit of Seville. This is just a spectacular cartoon.
It explains itself.
Yeah, it really does. It's just, it's another one of the operas. We'll get back to that in a little bit, but just so well written, just really funny. It's just classic stuff, and the music in it. I love these operas because that music is such great music, and this is how we think of that music is you can't hear that do 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 without doing the thing on top of the head, right? Mom does that every time she hears that song. So, great one. Number 4.
Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd.
Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd. No. I said this. I know this won't be up there for me, but Joe loves this one. He keeps doing that. That is kick out
that is the funniest
with the vultures, right? So
I love that.
Yeah, this is really good. So, finished very high on the list.
Definitely.
Number 3.
One Froggy Evening.
One Froggy Evening. Michigan J. Frog.
This one also explains itself.
Yeah, I mean, this is just. I remember when they first started having Warner Brothers stores, and you could find like a T-shirt. The first time I ever saw that was with a T-shirt with Michigan J. Frog on it. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen, just because I won't say it's an underrated character because everybody loves Michigan J. Frog.
Yeah.
Everybody does. And it's just an underrated cartoon because you just don't see it enough.
Yeah, I've never seen it on TV whatsoever.
Yeah, but everybody loves this cartoon. They really do. This is just so good.
I don't know if you even search it up on Google, what's the number 1 cartoon? This is what it is.
Is it what
This is literally what it says it is.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Right? That's so good. Number 2.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. So
it's the original Roadrunner.
This is the original Roadrunner. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the very first one.
And
you gotta put it up there, huh?
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Especially since I love the whole Roadrunner thing.
Of course, back when I was your age, Joe, they used to have Saturday morning used to be the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner show, right?
Yeah.
You talk about the top 2 characters, really. And then on the competing network, then they had Daffy Duck and Speedy Gonzales, and that just wasn't the same, right?
Yeah.
I said you just wanted to watch these Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner because that was just so good in that way. And the Joe's number 1 Looney Tunes cartoon is, I'm not going to reveal it yet. Do you want me to reveal it first and you say it, or you say it and then reveal it?
You reveal it and I'll
Feed the
it's
kitty.
Feed the Kitty.
Feed the kitty. This with
It inspired an entire movie that we
yeah,
all know what it
that's
is.
right. So, but Mark Antony and Pussyfoot, right? Those
Yep.
are the characters on that. And I said, Mom still likes it when the kitty goes on his back and like claws at his
Yeah.
back, and he's like, and the dog is like doing that. Yeah, as Joe says, this cartoon actually inspired. I don't know if it inspired the whole movie, but
I'm guessing off of it.
you think it
Yes,
really
if you
inspired
think about the whole plot line between this movie
and
Monsters Incorporated.
Monsters Incorporated.
They are like the exact same.
The plot lines are exactly the same.
He's trying to scare something. It falls in love with it and tries to hide it. That's the exact same plot.
Yeah, and we're not making this up. I mean, I think it's well known that the animators in Monsters Inc. were big fans of this one, and in fact,
John Lasseter was very inspired by.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And there's that one scene in Monsters Inc. that is a frame for frame repeat of the scene from Feed the Kitty, right?
Yes, where Boo is going through the
garbage, right?
And Pussyfoot he thinks is going to be made into a cookie.
Yeah, and so it's a scene by scene type of thing with the exact thing where what's the monster? Sully. Yeah, Sully is in the role of Mark Antony, and with Boo in the role of Pussyfoot. So I mean, there's that homage to Feed the Kitty, but Joe brought this up at one point. He said it's not just that; it's the entire cartoon, the entire movie is just the same idea.
The same idea
as Feed the Kitty. It's really is taken directly from that and just expanded upon that. So. Yeah, and I can't argue with it. That's what we said. That sounds like a really good one. So there's the top 25 with a couple of honorable mention. If you want to see the top 80, well, 80. Actually it's 82 because which one did you add in?
It was My Bunny Lies Over the Sea.
My Bunny
Lies Over the Sea. When I was writing the list, I did not remember what that was, and then when it just came to me later, and I'm like, oh.
And and actually it finished really high, so it was up in the 35. I know a lot of people are watching this, Joe, are going to wonder about what's Opera Doc, right?
43.
Because, I tell you, if it were me, what's Opera Doc might be in the top 5 even. You got it down here at 43, so not as much of a fan.
I just don't like it.
I know it is a very classic cartoon though, and so a lot of people, and we will recognize a lot of people would rate that.
And first of all, I would like to say, if you put classic cartoons, a bunch of people are probably going to be asking about a corny concerto. I'm not going to say anything, but otherwise, then it's
corny. But that's not one. Bet and Bunny is the more classic.
Yeah, I know, but just get corny concerto out of there. I don't care about it. It's terrible. And then, it's not great.
And then Birth of a Notion.
What the heck is that? What does that even mean?
Yeah, so Birth of a Notion is. Was of the nominees was the one that was by far the worst.
That's terrible.
You could bring in a whole bunch more, and Birth of a Notion would still be last, right?
Yeah, well, I don't even.
Yeah. Other things. So, for example, 29. That's your highest Speedy Gonzales, right?
Yeah. Sentimental Reasons, highest Pepe Le Pew.
Was that the highest? What was the other Pepe Le Pew? That
was Wild Over You. So that'd be. Let me think.
Wild Over You is 56 up there, so up there at 56. So Sentimental Reasons is highest Pepe Le Pew. Foghorn Leghorn is comes at 33.
Yeah, there's two others.
Yeah. Bashful Buzzard, that's the one. I'm bringing home a baby. Bumblebee, right? Ducking the Devil is another Tasmanian Devil, right?
Yeah.
Don't for the Dodo, that's just a different one.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's Goo Goo Goliath. That's the one with the storks.
The giant baby.
The stork that Brian said was the wrong baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Anything else? I love to sing. Is that Judy Garland's voice in there?
No, I don't think it is.
It sounds like it though.
That's really old.
That is a very old one.
That's in the 1930s.
It really is. That's actually one of the old Crock-a-Doodle-Doo. Is that a Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah, that is. Broomstick Bunny. That's Witch Hazel.
Witch Hazel, yeah. Is that the one where it's Shakespeare at the end, where she meets Shakespeare at the end, or
Now
no?
that's the magic mirror on the wall. Who's the ugliest one?
Okay. Honey Mousers, I don't even like that just because I think it's a bad honeymooners take. You have, let me think. So you had Rabbit Hood much higher than Robin Hood Daphne,
I didn't like Robin Hood Daphne. I don't like how he took that on. It was just not great.
Yeah, Rabbit Hood is the one where it's milk of magnesia, sirloin of beef, milk of magnesia, and all that. That's my favorite scene in that one. I love that one. I don't want to spend too much time looking at the bottom here, but sometimes it's interesting to see what's over there. But My Bunny Lies Over the Sea, that's the one in Scotland?
Yeah, that's the golf.
With the golf one, yeah.
I shouldn't have taken that turn at Albert.
Yeah, that's...
I think
no, I guess it's one of the...
That's the one I think of.
One of the ones that's missing here is when he does the bullfighting.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember what it's...
Yeah, I don't remember.
This, but I don't remember.
Okay. Is Early to Bet, is that the one with the gambling book?
That's the gambling book.
Yeah, I don't like that one near.
I like that one.
Okay, all right. So that's the list. I said over here is your top 25 along with your honorable mention.
And then it just...
some of these other ones, Frigid Hair, is that where he ends up at the North Pole?
That's with the Playboy Penguin.
Okay.
Where the Eskimo guy who's trying to eat.
Okay. Yeah. And so this is the final list that we came up.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I'm sure people out there are going to have different opinions. I said, with me, I know some of the most important things would change is what's Opera Doc would definitely go up to the top. Operation Rabbit would be a lot higher than it is. And of course, Rabbit Seasoning has to be one of the top because that's one. Rabbit Fire. Where's Rabbit Fire? Rabbit Fire is way down here at 41. That's Rabbit Season, Duck Season.
Yeah, that's just Rabbit Season.
Yeah, that's another one that I like. See, like I said, if I did this, I would be a lot more heavily into Bugs Bunny because that's kind of my thing. All right, so I hope you found it interesting to not only see some of the cartoons, but Joe's take on it. And you can see that Joe knows what he's talking about in terms of directors and a lot of these he told you about some of the first movies and the first times for these characters and things like that. So, hey, if you got other things you want to add to it, go ahead and...
if you want to, I guess, mention any more cartoons, I think we should add on there.
Yeah, if you want something coming, if you want to add other nominees onto the list, go ahead and bring them up, and we can maybe make another video.
See if we know them, and maybe put them.
I'm sure, maybe we will. Okay.
If we don't know them, and we can't find them, then probably not going to use it.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll know them.
Yeah,
right? If somebody else knows them,
we'll find some.
I said we know our Looney Tunes, don't we? We're familiar with most of them. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.